Drake May will be stepping in as the starting quarterback for the New England Patriots in Week 6, taking over from Jacoby Brissett for their matchup against the Houston Texans. This decision marks a shift for the team, especially after head coach Jared Mayo initially stated that Brissett would remain the starter. May, the number 3 overall pick, had a standout preseason, which raised expectations despite the coaching staff opting to let him sit behind Brissett initially. However, Brissett's struggles, completing only 58.5% of his passes with a meager 5.2 yards per attempt, made it clear that a change was needed. The Patriots have managed just one win this season, and Brissett hasn't surpassed 168 passing yards in any game. May has shown promise in limited action, and his mobility and downfield passing ability are expected to energize a stagnant offense that has suffered from a lack of talent and an injured offensive line. Particularly with the loss of center David Andrews, the Patriots are hoping May can replicate the success of other rookie quarterbacks like Jaden Daniels and Caleb Williams, who have revitalized their teams this season. The pressure is on him to bring a much-needed spark to New England's struggling offense. Derek Carr is expected to miss multiple games due to an oblique injury, putting rookie quarterback Spencer Rattler in line to potentially start for the New Orleans Saints. This comes as the Saints prepare for an important NFC South matchup against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers this Sunday, followed by a Thursday night game against the Denver Broncos. Carr sustained the injury during the Saints' recent game against the Kansas City Chiefs, where he became one of the few quarterbacks to surpass 40.000 career passing yards. Unfortunately, his night was cut short after he was injured while attempting a pass. He was replaced by Jake Haener, a fourth-round pick in 2023, who has limited experience. Rattler, selected in the 5th round, showed promise during the preseason, completing 20 of 38 passes for 202 yards, along with a touchdown and a rushing score. He has a notable college background, having played for both Oklahoma and South Carolina, where he demonstrated significant talent, particularly in his second season at Oklahoma. With Carr sidelined, the Saints will have to weigh their options carefully as they look to maintain their competitiveness in the NFC South. The New York Jets have made the significant decision to fire head coach Robert Saleh after a 2-3 start to the season, naming defensive coordinator Jeff Ulbrich as the interim head coach. This move marks a dramatic shift for the franchise, as Saleh leaves with a record of 20-36 and never managed a winning season during his tenure. The Jets' struggles this season were highlighted by their recent loss to the Minnesota Vikings, which came after a disappointing start despite high expectations following the trade for Aaron Rodgers. Saleh had hoped to leverage the 4-time NFL MVP to turn the team's fortunes around. But Rodgers has faced challenges, posting his lowest career numbers in passing yards, yards per attempt, and passer rating, while Saleh has built a formidable defense, ranking second in the league in total yards allowed. His offenses have consistently underperformed. The Jets averaged the fewest points per game, 17.3, under his leadership, cycling through 6 different quarterbacks in recent seasons, including the likes of Zach Wilson and Joe Flacco. This decision caught Saleh off guard, with reports indicating he felt he hadn't been given a fair chance to develop the team he believed had potential. Owner Woody Johnson's statement underscored a desire for change, as the Jets seek to rediscover their identity and capitalize on the talent within their roster. Robert Saleh's recent dismissal as head coach of the New York Jets has sparked significant discussion, particularly regarding his consideration of firing offensive coordinator Nathaniel Hackett prior to his own firing. According to sources, Saleh was contemplating this move early in the week, especially after the Jets' struggling offense continued to perform poorly. Owner Woody Johnson's decision to fire Saleh came as a surprise, marking his first in-season coaching dismissal in his 25 years with the team. Johnson emphasized the need for change in light of the Jets' talented roster and playoff aspirations. With a 20-36 record, including a disappointing 2-3 start this season, Saleh's tenure had become increasingly precarious after tough losses, notably a home defeat to the Broncos and another in London against the Vikings. If Saleh had gone through with firing Hackett, he was likely to promote Todd Downing from passing game coordinator to offensive coordinator. Downing, who previously held the same position with the Titans, was seen as a possible replacement given Hackett's struggles. The Jets' offense has been underwhelming, ranking near the bottom of the league in several key categories, including points per game and total yards. Hackett's history of mixed results, especially following his short tenure as head coach in Denver, has led to considerable scrutiny. Despite support from Aaron Rodgers, who had long endorsed Hackett's abilities, the injury to Rodgers early in the season derailed the Jets' plans and significantly impacted their offensive output. As the Jets look to turn their season around, interim head coach Jeff Ulbrich will have to navigate these challenges, including possible changes to the offensive structure. Johnson's comments hint at further adjustments, suggesting a renewed focus on improving the struggling offense. NFL Week 6 picks. San Francisco 49ers at Seattle Seahawks. Pick. 49ers 26-23. Despite their struggles, the 49ers have dominated the Seahawks in recent matchups. While they've had issues finishing drives, their offensive yardage suggests they can move the ball. Expect a close game, but I think San Francisco edges out a win. Cleveland Browns at Philadelphia Eagles. Pick. Eagles 24-16. The Eagles are coming off a bye and should have no trouble against a struggling Browns offense. Deshaun Watson's issues, combined with a strong Eagles defense, spell trouble for Cleveland. Washington Commanders at Baltimore Ravens. Pick. Ravens 34-31. The Commanders are a surprising 4-1, but their defense has vulnerabilities that the Ravens can exploit, especially on the ground. I expect Baltimore to control the game with their rushing attack. Detroit Lions at Dallas Cowboys. Pick. Lions 34-27. With the Cowboys' defense banged up, I think Jared Goff will have a big day. The Lions will be motivated after last year's close game, and I see them pulling out a high-scoring victory. Buffalo Bills at New York Jets. Pick. Jets 22-19. After the Jets fired Robert Saleh, they may experience a temporary boost. The Bills have struggled on the road, and with Josh Allen's inconsistency, I'm leaning toward an upset for the Jets in this divisional matchup. Other picks. Bears 20-17 over Jaguars. Packers 23-20 over Cardinals. Colts 24-17 over Titans. Texans 27-13 over Patriots. Buccaneers 27-24 over Saints. Broncos 19-16 over Chargers. Steelers 20-13 over Raiders. Falcons 31-20 over Panthers. Bengals 30-27 over Giants.